if Carlos Hyde is a good pickup because Buffalo got the number one rush defense.
Yeah, but
Anyways, three AmiBros, episode Diez ECS 16. Welcome,
say it one more time.
welcome.
Say it one more time.
Diez ECS.
Because it sound good.
That's
Diez,
one.
Diez,
Diez ECS.
Diez ECS.
That
Yes.
sounds
Sound
like
like
the
somebody's
people that
last
come
name.
get your. That sounds
First
like
name
people that come get your
Carlos.
kids.
Last name
Yes.
Diez. Diez.
That sounds like people that come get your kids.
That's stupid. Yeah, it's your host. Yeah, one of your gracious hosts. I go by L. We also got whoever wants to go. Whoever wants to.
Mr. Never late for breakfast. You know the vibes. I go by the name of EG. I'm like 3-4 Coronas in.
I'm trying to catch up.
Throwing that out there.
It's your
Just
boy
throwing that out
Troy.
there.
You should know by
That's a
now.
bar.
Not to say the
Yo,
way better.
Troy,
before
put your camera up a little bit more so they can see your
Oh, you
face.
want to see? You want to see my face? Got you.
Yeah.
Why you
There
put that
go.
shit up mad
There you
slow?
go. Yeah, like
You wanna
yeah.
see my
Nah,
face?
you got to roll it up a little bit more.
I was about to
Yo,
say,
bro,
you put it
yeah,
all the
the
way
top
up
of your
and
head
then
is
got
cut
it
off,
back
bro.
with
I like it like that. I like it like that.
All right. Thank you,
Let's
man.
get into
Thank
it,
you,
though,
man.
fellas.
Let's get into it.
Hey,
Let's
yo,
get into
Diez
it.
ECS. Let's get into it.
We got to start off with There's a lot going on this week. There's a lot going on this week in sports, especially on the football side. So we're gonna touch on all that, and we're gonna have to lead off
heavy. I'm gonna start off
with a heavy, tragic event. Henry Ruggs. I mean, for the viewers that don't know by now, have the story. Whether you into sports or not into sports, you probably heard about Henry Ruggs. Just tragic. He was involved in a fatal car accident, and he survived, but unfortunately, someone lost their life. What do we think about that, fellas?
I started off. Henry Ruggs, you know, I watched him at Alabama. Henry Ruggs, for those who don't know, he's a second year player in the NFL, so he's like 23 maybe. He's known for his speed.
He's like
you know what I'm saying?
22, I think. 22.
He was the first receiver drafted
known
last
for the
year.
speed.
First receiver drafted last year and everything. He was starting to come into his own. They were starting to give him targets downfield and everything. When I first heard it, first thing I thought many different things. I had very mixed emotions because I understand, you know, being young. This is why. Well, I'm gonna just make one point first before I get to the other one.
Before you go on, AG, hold on. Before you go, let's just throw the facts out there. Before you go off, he was supposedly driving at 156 miles per hour.
Allegedly.
I think
allegedly, which is hard to believe that he survived that. You know what I'm saying? For anyone to go 156 miles per hour and hit,
I seen another one that said
another car from behind.
Yeah,
allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So he hit
a car from behind. They said that he slowed down and hit the car when he made impact. He was going at 125, but he was going 156, slowed down and hit her at 125.
Do you know how fast that is, bro? That's crazy.
That's just one part. That's just
hit the brake, and that's crazy.
He also got found with a loaded gun in the car. He also had a passenger with him who was his girlfriend. And like I said, you know, the fatal accident, the victim got pinned inside the car caught fire. And so go ahead, EG. Go ahead.
So yeah, the loaded gun though, I don't know if he got charged for that. I'm not sure.
He didn't get charged for the loaded gun. He got charged for everything else.
You know, it's different gun laws, and most of them got guns.
And
most
Vegas
of them got guns. But I was like, damn, bro. First of all, he's young. He's young and dumb, bro. He's young and dumb. And I'm like, damn, he's gonna have to live with killing someone for the rest of it because he's dumb young. He has a lot of life to live. You know what I'm saying? God willing. So he's gonna have to live with killing someone on his conscience for the rest of his life. But then, bro, it's like you are dumb, bro. There's Uber now, like all this drunk driving excuse shit is done. That was something in the 90s, 2000s, or maybe even 10 years ago. Cool. You have Uber, you have Lyft. The NFL has a private car company. You have people. You a multi-millionaire. You can leave your car, get a ticket, get it towed, whatever. Anything, bro. You can just leave your car in the middle of the street. You can have money. You have power. Anything, bro. You're going out, get a chauffeur, get your flyers car, let them drive you. Like, come on, bro. And then you're not even drunk driving. You drunk driving. You going you on a max speed of most cars. Most cars made of 2010 go like 130, 160. You going damn near the max speed, which is shorty in the passenger side, bro. Like you don't care about her life, and then imagine you sit. Excuse me, phone is sneaking up on me. Imagine you sitting there in your car, and you feel a big boom. Like, you sitting there, bro. You feel a big. You probably heard him because it said he braked. So I'm sure you heard the shit going. Ah! You look in your mirror, you feel a super violent boom that your body jerk. You probably hit your head, your car go flying, you spinning, you hit the wall, you get pinned in it, set on fire, and you die a very slow, burning, hellacious type of death. That alone, bro, as much sympathy I have or empathy I have for Henry Ruggs, because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure it was definitely a mistake. It was a very irresponsible mistake that he has to live with it. He definitely deserves all the consequences that come with it, bro. You took a life, and you took a life one of the most brutal. Like they say, burning and drowning is the worst ways to die. You took a life one of the most worst ways ever to die, and you know what I'm saying. Honestly, I hope she died from the smoke or something. Even though in the video they said she was screaming and everything, but I hope she died from the smoke and it was a quick and painless death. I prayed it was, bro, but shit is sad. In the video, you could definitely see his remorse and everything right away. He was crying. He was yelling out a whole bunch of F words and all that, but you gotta eat that up, bro. You gotta eat that up.
Yeah, and prayers and thoughts are with the victim's family, man.
Bro.
Prayers and thoughts are with the family.
And the dog.
That's tragic. She was young. She was very young. And that's the thing that hurts the most too, because he's young, but she was young as well. She had a lot of her life left to live too, so that's what makes it even more tragic. You feel me? But, like I said, thoughts and prayers are with the family. It was a very, very irresponsible, like you said, ridiculously irresponsible, because you're an NFL player, you make millions. If you're drunk, get a chauffeur. All of these, every player, every celebrity basically has a chauffeur. For you to want to drive drunk, there's no reason for it. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't just drunk; he was drunk times 3.
Yeah, he was so
like
bro.
3 times over the league. Like he was. It was crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, one more quick thing, Lou, before you go. On a previous episode, I was saying like I'm kind of against college football players getting paid a lot of money, because I said there would be a lot of money. It brings power and they'll become super irresponsible. This is like an example of a young player with a lot of money. This is how I feel like a lot of college players would do. Like I feel like this situation, if college football players made millions of dollars, this would happen a lot on college campuses. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, to comment on what you just said, I feel like I always felt like colleges should be giving these kids, what do you call it? Like an allowance, a stipend. Definitely. I always felt that way. Like not give these kids millions of dollars while they're in college, but give them a little bit more of a living wage while they're in. I mean, because at the end of the day, you're working for essentially you're working for the college. They're making millions of dollars off of these kids. But speaking on the Henry Ruggs situation, when you sent the video was really hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard to watch. I watched it. I want to say I watched it about 6 times, but I wasn't watching. Like I said, it was really hard to watch. I was really just trying to listen. I was trying to listen and see exactly what Henry Ruggs was saying, what everybody else was saying, like what exactly was going on in the aftermath, because that's where you see a person's kind of like true colors after the fact that something happens. And for him to have that type of remorse, that gave me a little bit of solace, because of the fact that, all right, well, at least he understands the gravity of the situation. At least he understands.
Hit him.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's kind of like when you're drunk, it hits you even more, because we've all been drunk before. You get emotional, you get very emotional when you're drunk. And you tend to see things a little bit differently, especially when you're drunk. So,
and not to cut you off, bro, but they also said that we couldn't hear it in the video, but they said that they was listening to her scream, because you see what the fire looked like. The fire was
brutal. It was brutal.
They
it was
listening to her scream with nothing they can do. Listening to her and her dog burning up in there, which is crazy to me.
It's hard to hear, but it's tougher to watch, And, again, my thoughts and prayers not only goes out to the victim and her family, but my thoughts and prayers goes out to Henry Ruggs. My thoughts and prayers also goes out to his girlfriend. They was there. They actually witnessed everything. And I can't truly imagine feeling like, one, the victim's family. I can never. I don't know what it would be like to lose I don't want to know what it's like to lose, my child, my sister, my mother, but my brother, whoever it is. I can't imagine knowing someone and losing them in that capacity. And then secondly, I don't want to know what it feels like to go through a situation like that, drunk or not, I could be sober and I could have gotten into a car accident and I accidentally killed somebody. You know, like to have that feeling and to have to live with that for the rest of my life, that's really tough. So
it's super PTSD, bro. And it's like I really want to feel bad for Henry Ruggs, which I do because I understand he's young and dumb. He made a stupid decision. But A, you kill somebody, and then B, you killed them. They died the worst way possible, bro. You have to live with that. They died the worst way. Her and her dog died the worst way possible. He listened to her die and scream in pain, bro. You gonna have to take that on the chin. He gonna have to. It's gonna be made up today.
That's a fact. At the end of the day, it sucks because, like I said, a life was lost tragically, and at the end of the day, 3 lives was lost tragically. 3 lives have been affected forever.
Yeah, forever.
Henry Ruggs, his girlfriend.
And I can't even say 3 lives. I can't even say 3 lives. It's so so many lives. So many lives have been altered. Right. Yeah. But I mean, again, our thoughts and prayers goes out to the victim and her family. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with Henry Rugg and his circle, his girlfriend. You know, it's really upsetting. It's sad, man. You have a young man who had an entire life ahead of him. You had a young woman who will never get to experience. He's still gonna walk. He's still going to talk. He's still going to experience life, regardless if it's in prison, out of prison. He's still alive. He still gets to experience breath in his lungs. She's never going to experience that. So, bro, it's tough, man. It's tough.
It's a closed casket. You feel me? She burnt up, so there's a closed casket. There is like that shit. The family has to think about her burning to death every night when they think of me. You know what I'm saying? Henry Ruggs is going to be thinking about her, but he's gonna be thinking about a lot. Her burning to death.
The screams alone. The screams alone.
He's gonna hear that shit for the
nightmares.
Rest of his life, bro.
For the rest of his life.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's heavy. Crazy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, and he's so young, bro.
Moving on. We're gonna touch off of that, and we're gonna go to. Oh, I thought I had it on. My fault.
Cocaine hell of a
I thought I had my free OBJ shirt on. We're gonna touch on Odell Beckham. All right, because
you touch on him.
This man has been locked up for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? In the shackles of Cleveland, and
you're gonna touch on him. You're gonna touch on him because he's been locked up for a minute. Okay.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
Nah, bro.
You said you want to touch on OBJ. You said you want to touch on OBJ because he's been locked up for a minute. Go ahead,
I said
bro.
that.
Yes, you
the
did.
Fuck am I drinking?
You know, it's cool, bro. You second all team.
A what?
You second all team. Honorary pause team. There's roster spots for everybody. It can't just be me. Well,
yeah,
just pulled up.
Nobody's safe. Obviously,
Lou just pulled up and took my spot.
Get into Odell Beckham. He got excused from practice again today. He got excused from practice yesterday, and the day before he didn't get traded. So my thing is now, it's only a matter of time before he finally gets his. You know, it's ugly. It's getting ugly in Cleveland. It's a matter of time before he gets released. What do we think about this situation? Should the Browns have traded him and got something for him on Wednesday, on Tuesday, whenever the trade deadline was, or do you think they're handling this the right way after his pops? Supposedly, this is because his pops posted that video, you know, with Baker not giving him the ball when he's open or whatever. So they're trying to. I don't know, but it's messy. It's messy. So what do we think about it?
I mean, honestly.
Talking of Blue?
Yeah, honestly, this whole situation is beyond messy, like beyond messy. You have a talented player who is not causing a ruckus. He could be an entire cancer because he's not getting the ball. He's not making the plays that he's used to making. But he's not. You look at the reports. The locker room says that they love him. He's not being a bad teammate. He's not being a cancer. This isn't an Odell problem that you have. At this point in time, you have a front office problem because you could have traded him. My thoughts on every single player that you know that either you don't want, is not part of your future, or is leaving and you could possibly get something for him before they leave, trade him. Trade him, get what you can, call it a day. By keeping him, you're doing what? You're only prolonging him going to another place, and 2, you're still paying him. and you got to pay him regardless. So why not just let him go? Let him go play on another team, and cut your losses at this point. You didn't trade him. Were you gonna wait till next season to trade him and hope that you could get something and keep him out in a Deshaun Watson kind of situation where
that's what it's gonna turn into, bro. The Browns fumbled the bag. Is that plain and simple?
Oh yeah, without a fact.
We've seen this from across the street that Odell wasn't working out in Cleveland Browns. Him and Baker Mayfield, I don't know if they don't spend time in the summer together or what, but their chemistry is clearly off.
They just spent the summer together. They was just together.
They need to spend the winter together because that summer shit is not working. Baker, like Uncle Shannon said, he said Baker Mayfield be killing a lot of insects when he be skipping the ball to Odell, throwing it at his feet. You know what I'm saying? It's not working. It's when Donovan Peoples-Jones come in and be more productive than Odell and all that, it's not working. Look at Addy behind you. It's clear it's not working. They should have been trading him for whatever they can get. Now they sick. They fumbled the bag. So now they're going to either have to test his gangster and let him hold out and leave every day, or it's over now. His pops put out the video. It's common sense. Odell, he's not doing that without Odell's green light.
That's a fact. So
Baker's gonna think about that every time he drop back and look at Odell. Like you gonna see Odell open. Like, nah, you said I suck. It's over, bro. It's over. Imagine a quarterback dropping back and passing. Now you feel like you have to give him the ball all the time, and it's over. You messed up. You messed up the chemistry. The quarterback is mental. Quarterbacks already got to think about 10 different things when they say hike, and before they say hike, you give him another thing to think about. Like it's done, bro. Cut your losses, release him.
It's 2 years. It's 2 years past due. It's 2 years past due. It wasn't working out since the moment Odell got to Cleveland, bro. So I think they should have got rid of him last year. They should have got rid of him in the offseason. They should have got rid of him at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious that Baker, the stats prove it, Baker is more effective without Odell. You know what I'm saying? But when Odell's in the game, he feels like because it's OBJ, he has to get him the ball. Exactly. He has to force it to him. That's what was happening last season. He was force feeding him. They still wasn't connecting. He tried to let it, you know what I'm saying, tried to let the chemistry grow and let it, you know, just out of, you know, just let it come together on its own. And it still didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And then OBJ got hurt. It's not working no matter which way they sliced it. The Browns, like you said, fumbled the bag, should have got rid of him. Now they got to get rid of him. They can't keep excusing him from practice because I think who was it? Lou, you sent the article that it's against the
it's against the CBA.
I think.
Yeah, for them to keep
CBA.
They got to get
the
CBA
for them to
him back to practice, but it's like at this point they're done. He's done.
They can't keep him out of the facility without suspending him for detrimental conduct. Conduct detrimental to the team cutting him. They have to let him, at the very least, they have to let him into the facility.
Regardless, it's ugly. They got to let him go. And
you could bench him. You could bench him. You could do whatever you want to do, bro. But at least let him go. Let him go in there. Let him work out. Let him, you know, be around his teammates or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's not him. It's not him. He showed up, and y'all sent him home. It's not him.
That's what I'm saying. So the thing is, they got to let him go. And I'm going to just say they got to let him go. And it's crazy because OBJ is still OBJ. So my thing is now they have to let him go. And nobody should be able to touch him until Bill's done with him. That's it.
He's obsessed with touching this man. But
he always has to throw in the Patriots, bro. Always.
That almost went over your head. Yeah.
It didn't go.
Yeah. I knew the Patriots was coming. I knew they was coming. And somehow it was either that or
we've been linked to Odell for years. We've been linked to Odell for years.
What you said, Leslie?
Bill tried to get him before he got traded to Cleveland. The Giants didn't. The Giants got cold feet, got scared because Bill was being so aggressive for him, and sent them to Cleveland.
And it's been New England, and I think it was the Niners.
Yeah.
And I can see him go to the Saints.
And the Saints.
But that whole
the Saints tried the hardest to get him during the before the trade deadline.
Yeah, but the Niners actually had a deal in place for him before he got traded to Cleveland. And again, the Giants just.
I think they want to.
They didn't want to send him to the NFC. They didn't want to keep him in.
Yep. Well, you see, man, I miss the old Odell, bro. I mean, even though he was a diva, like a lot of people's killing him right now for being a diva, but I like silent Odell behind. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing silently with them. The very loud Odell, excuse me, but free Odell, bro. It's fumble the bag. It's over. Take your L on the chin and keep it pushing.
That's it. Keeping it to we screaming free until they free. You know what I'm saying? There's another man that's still locked up.
Mr. Y himself.
We thought would have escaped by now. That being Deshaun Watson.
Now
he's not really in jail for the legals what he's going through. But
clarify that.
he's locked up behind the shackles of NRG Stadium in Houston, still on that Texans roster. The Dolphins didn't pull the trigger. They wanted him to settle his cases before they got him into Miami. It didn't go down. Deshaun said he didn't want to settle those cases, so now he's still a Houston Texan. What do you feel about that?
I feel like that's exactly what it should be. That's the only thing that makes sense. I wouldn't trade a whole bunch of thingies if I don't know his future in the NFL, how many games he might get to spend, or how many years he might do. So I'm not sending a whole bunch of picks in. They did exactly what they did. They had the deal in place. They said, yo, you going to settle? You don't want to settle. On the flip side, I don't blame Deshaun. Like, if you really are innocent and everything was consensual, why would you settle? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you settle? Nobody should be entitled to your money at all if it's consensual. Now, settling can get out the way quickly, and it might make you look guilty, whether you are not. But also, you start winning games, everybody's gonna forget about it. The same thing, I think Big Ben had like a rape case or something back in the day. He was accused of. Started winning games. I think he won the Super Bowl like a year or two after. Nobody remember. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, he had his situation. God rest his soul. Started winning rings. People don't remember about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand. Like, if I was in this situation, I probably wouldn't settle either, depending on the truth. I don't know what the truth is, but I probably wouldn't. Maybe I would. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's a lot of women to settle with. It's 22.
It is, like, and especially when you didn't do it, and you know that they're just after the money.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to give up your money. You know what I'm saying? That's just pride. At the end of the day, it's your pride.
It's like it could be a fee. It could be a fee to get it all away. It could be a fee to go back to your regular life. You could look at it like that. Like, it's just a fee. Go back to my regular life, get another contract, get the money back, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, what the hell would you make people millionaires for no reason if you feel like it's for no reason? So I understand both sides, and exactly what happens is what should happen.
That's a fact. Lou?
I agree 100%. I still feel like, again, the Texans fumbled the bag. They should have got whatever they could from them, from any of the teams that was calling. If Miami didn't want to make the deal, okay, well, there's pretty sure there was like 4 or 5 other teams that was calling interested. I think that the price,
but Miami was the only team he would waive his clause for. He said,
true. But at the very least, if you really want to get out of Houston, you're gonna waive it, depending on what's the team that's calling. So it could have been. I mean, shoot, I'm pretty sure if New Orleans had called,
Carolina.
I'm just saying. There's other good situations that could have came from them making that trade. Jameis Winston goes down. New Orleans could have made that call as well. I'm just saying that there's others. That might have been after. No, the trade deadline. The trade deadline was literally yesterday.
Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
When did Jameis get hurt? Oh, on Sunday.
On Tuesday. Yeah.
But I think they didn't announce he was out for the season until like Monday.
Even still, the trade deadline is Tuesday, bro. The end of the day,
on Monday
they knew. So, but my whole thing is with Houston, I understand where everything is, especially with everything that's in the news, everything that's being reported. But at the end of the day, if you want to maximize what you're gonna get, you got to get it now. The longer that you wait, the price is going down. We don't know if Deshaun Watson is gonna come back and play at the. This is exactly why, and maybe I'm reaching, but maybe this is exactly why Colin Kaepernick isn't in the league. You don't know what you're gonna get when a player is out for so long. Charles Barkley has said you get in shape to play ball. You don't play ball to get in shape. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're home and you're working out and you're ready, because workouts and all that doesn't equate to being on the field. So at the end of the day, you got to maximize what you can get. Now on Deshaun's side, I'm not waiving anything unless I know it's a sure bet. 1, that I'm going there and I'm starting. 2, I'm going into a good situation where I can contend.
Starting over him. And any team he gets traded to.
But it depends. It depends on the situation.
Who's starting over him in Miami?
It depends on the situation, bro.
Who's starting over him in New Orleans? Who's starting over him in Carolina?
Yeah, but you gotta also look at the other side of it too. If he goes to New Orleans, Jameis gets healthy. Now you have another quarterback problem because
think about what Jameis. The team had to give up to get Deshaun in the first place, and you think that they're gonna come on? That don't even make sense.
True, but what you gonna
to get Deshaun? You have to give up your future. Basically,
what are you gonna do with Winston? All I'm saying is, at the end of the day,
the same thing you did with him last year. Jameis is only making $1 million this year, bro. He's not. It's not like he's getting paid as a starting quarterback.
Had a competition with Tyson Hill.
Exactly.
Taysom Hill. Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, Deshaun Watson is perfectly within his rights to scout where he wants to go, and I'm not, me personally, going off of EG. I'm not settling with. I'm not giving up millions of dollars if I know in fact that I am telling the truth. No, get out of here. So no, I think that this is going to play out, and if he doesn't get traded or released by next year, this is going to play out for the remainder of his contract. Because what are you going to do? You have to pay him or cut him. Period. Going over the CBA.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. Deshaun is interesting. I'm interested to see where he ends up and how this plays out. I thought he would get traded. He only wants to go to Miami at this point. So at some point, you gotta, whether he gets traded or released in the offseason, he's gonna end up there regardless. I think. Just something to keep an eye on. I got a question. Miami? Yeah, Miami. I got a question. EG, you vaccinated?
Yeah.
Lou, you vaccinated? Lou, you vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm getting my first shot in a week or two.
You immunized?
Not vaccinated?
You immunized?
I'm immunized.
You're immunized. Like A-Rod. Let's get into A-Rod. Let's get to A-Rod.
So does that mean you're vaccinated or you're not?
We gotta find out. We gotta ask Aaron Rodgers what that means, because I've never heard that in my life.
I believe that's a HIPAA question.
He said yes. He said yes.
I believe the question you asked me is a HIPAA violation. I'm not sure if I can answer that.
The bad man that Stephen A calls a bad man.
Bad man.
Aaron Rodgers is out Sunday because he's immunized when he should have gotten vaccinated. You feel me? So now he's got COVID, and per NFL rules, you have to wait at least 10 days or more, because he could be out next week as well. He could be out next week as well.
10 to 15
days. And mind you,
he
10
to 15 days.
They said when they didn't know, the reporters didn't know what that means. So they was like, so vaccinated or not?
Yeah, nobody followed up. Nobody followed up with that. Nobody followed up. Now he said I'm immunized. He said I'm immunized.
He went to a private doctor. Who did some
healing stuff.
And then he sent in a petition or whatever it was, a request to the NFL to see if that could be used as.
And it got rejected.
But the craziest thing is, there's two other quarterbacks that's not vaccinated, Carson Wentz and what's his name, Cousins.
Yeah.
Out of all three,
because it was private. He just said it was private. They made a big deal.
He's not vaccinated. But look, out of those three quarterbacks, the only one not following the non-vaccination rules was Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He was the only one not following. Yeah.
He was at the Halloween.
He was the only one not following the protocols.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's still subject to punishment from the league too for that. Now that you know what I'm saying, that came party up.
I had read somewhere on Twitter, they said, well, this was a great way for Aaron Rodgers to get out of Green Bay.
That's hilarious. But I know now he's sick. His team is one of the top teams in the NFC right now. He really wants to play in this game on Sunday. I know he wants to play in that game on Sunday.
Yeah, and it's crazy because all his wide receivers, because you sit in the wide receiver room with them to go over tape and to see all of them had COVID prior.
That's why he definitely had it last week. He definitely had it last week. He had it when he played last week.
Yeah, scared. I don't feel bad for him, bro. You're not vaccinated. My whole thing is because, like I said in the last episode, and all that, I'm vaccinated for my personal choices. You know what I'm saying? People around me started getting sick, and I really got vaccinated for peace of mind. But I'm not pro-vax, and I'm not against vax. It's your body, your choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling people to get vaccinated. Someone get vaccinated and react different and die, God forbid. And that's, you know what I'm saying? So it's your body, your choice.
That's a fact.
My whole thing is, if you are not going to get vaccinated, right? Be responsible. Go put a mask on. Go, like, you don't want to get vaccinated. You can have whatever conspiracy theory, whatever, however you feel about it. I'm not mad at you, however you feel about the vaccination. But what are you doing to protect yourself? You can't be against the vaccination, just go out there and act like the COVID don't exist, because obviously it does. You know what I'm saying? So put a mask on or something, and you're a celebrity. And Roger, you're a grown ass man. You 36 or 37. You're a grown ass man. Like, come on, bro.
So
come on.
Mike Quick is injured. They just put in Josh Johnson.
Wow. He Mike White.
Breaking news. Yeah, that's breaking news.
It was 7. Oh no, the Colts just scored again.
Yeah, it's 14-7. Colts they had two running plays. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. But Mike White has been injured. He injured his hand on a sack. Well, not on a sack. Well, a quarterback hurry, you want to say. Joe Flacco is not in uniform, and they got Josh Johnson in right now. So
we'll see how that one plays out.
We'll see how that plays out.
Wait, what?
When he hurt his hand? How did he hurt his hand?
On a quarterback hurry.
He hurt his hand on a sack. Whoa, not a sack. Not a sack. Whoa. Try to keep himself. Look, all right, bro. Let's
get him back to A-Rod. Get him back to A-Rod, because I tell you, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down.
But first of all, both of y'all need to go up.
You already got the old pause plaque on your wall, bro. You don't need to prove to us.
Both of y'all said some pause-worthy moments just prior to the outcome,
bro. Started 2 years straight. You try to be the starter.
You ain't got to prove nothing to me, bro.
Nah, bro.
But let's get back to A-Rod.
Yeah, bro. So to make a long story short, it was very irresponsible and stupid. You're a leader. You should know better. And y'all need to keep the same energy with Aaron Rodgers that y'all having with Kyrie. Because Kyrie was up front. He didn't lie to nobody. A-Rod want to trick people with hippo magic and voodoo-ness. And I think nobody knew what the hell he was talking about, but nobody wanted to sound dumb and ask questions. So they just ignored it and let it slide.
Exactly.
You need to keep the same energy. Ask your reporters, do your damn job. If y'all don't know what it is, ask what it is. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. So that's how getting the answers make you smarter. Come on.
So to flip on that, so now A-Rod's unavailable. What do we expect to see from Jordan Love?
I don't expect much, because I feel like if he really flashed something, they would have let Aaron Rodgers go.
That's a fact. I agree.
I don't expect to see much.
Because remember, this was the man. This was Pat Mahomes 2.0 coming out.
Bro, they waste so many.
I wanted him. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him in the draft. So I'm eager to see what he can do, because he hasn't played. He hasn't gotten garbage time. Bro, he hasn't done anything in preseason.
He got garbage time. He
took 3 nails down. He took 3 nail downs in his garbage time play, bro. He
that's still garbage time.
That's their first round pick.
I'm eager to see, because if he comes out and he goes off like Mike White did last Sunday, then everyone's do they let A-Rod go? It's like, you know what I'm saying? If he goes off,
bro, that's their first
creates
round
a situation.
That's their first round pick after they lost the championship, the division championship, because they had no other weapons outside of Devontae Adams. That's their first round pick. That has not played at nothing at all. You see, Treylon just passed. A whole bunch of receivers they could have got. That organization has slowed that man's career down so much.
I would say that, but at the same time, that's exactly how they handled Aaron Rodgers when they had Brett Favre. So I wouldn't even say they slowed him down. Yeah. Maybe they doing him a favor, keeping him, groomed him all this time. Like I said, so if he comes out and he balls out on Sunday,
they don't add weapons. They don't add weapons. But then again, even back then though, because Aaron Rodgers was sitting behind Brett Favre for 5 years. But back then it was more common. It's not that common. Like, you draft somebody with your first round draft pick, you expect them to start now. Back then was a little different. You groom them in slowly and all of that. But the Packers, man, it's not back then.
Yeah, he's had enough.
He said he hurt his hand on the sack. Oh, not a sack. What am I talking about? I mean, it's crazy though, bro. But
yo,
the Packers, man,
he said it. He said the sack in the hand. Like, bro.
Yeah. The Packers, they definitely failed Aaron Rodgers, bro. They definitely failed Aaron Rodgers. They didn't fail him because he still had, first ballot Hall of Fame career, but his everything could be double. He could have more rings and everything. Like if he was with Bill, I think he would have more rings than Brady. I don't think he would have lost to not one Super Bowl, maybe to the Eagles, but I don't think he would have lost to not one other Super Bowl outside of us.
You think so?
No, I think he would have spanked us.
Wait, who?
Yeah. If you put Aaron Rodgers in Brady's shoes, I feel like every Super Bowl Brady was in, if it was Aaron Rodgers, he would have won. I don't think we have no L's in any Super Bowl.
I would say that. I could say that.
That's one of the best throwers of the ball.
It is. He's talented.
Rodgers, yeah, but he is not that durable. He's been durable the last few years, but he's not that durable. So then again, they can go. Who knows? Who knows really?
I feel like against the Eagles, it was the defense. We should have won. Tom threw for over 500 yards.
It was y'all defense. Yeah, that's why I said it was y'all defense because we threw for as much. Tom threw for 500. Nick Foles had like 4 something.
Yeah. So the defense let us down, but I mean that's always been an argument. That's always been an argument if Brady and Rodgers flip shoes. Tom definitely wouldn't have been that's an argument. That's what I'm
saying.
That's an argument.
It's interesting. It's gonna be an argument forever because we see them different now, but it's like it's whole different circumstances.
That's a fact. Welcome back, Lou. Can you hear me?
No.
Welcome back. You all right?
You had to think about it. You had to go reevaluate his life and look in the mirror.
Okay.
Yeah, but talking about circumstances, a team that's found themselves in a tough circumstance right now, Tennessee Titans. Lou, you in Tennessee right now, so I know everybody down there crying over the loss of Derrick Henry. That man has been running through the league like crazy. I think he leads the league in rushing by almost 400 yards.
I think he has right now almost 1,000. He has like 930 something.
It's crazy. And we still have a whole half a season to go, but he's going for the season. And the Titans responded by signing AP and
Jeremy McNichols get more carries.
Yeah, you can't replicate Derrick Henry. So are they in trouble?
I like Adrian Peterson.
We still think, huh?
I do like Adrian Peterson. I like that signing a lot. It's interesting too. It was over Todd Gurley because Todd Gurley, remember, he's younger and everything. Todd Gurley's still out there. He a free agent.
Todd Gurley is out there for a reason. And before you get off on that, I'm gonna say because I hate seeing everyone. Oh, why is Todd Gurley still a free agent? When the Ravens needed a running back, everyone was like, sign Gurley, and I was always saying sign Bell. The Ravens aren't even using Bell like that, but Gurley is done, bro. Like Todd Gurley is finished. Like we need to stop saying his name. He's still a free agent for a reason. He's finished. He lost the starting job last year at 3 games at the end of the season. His knees are finished, bro. Like he can't hold up. If you need him to fall from the 1 yard line into the end zone, he could do that. But Todd is done. He lost all explosiveness, everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but the AP signing that could go a long way. AP's 36.
I think so. 36, sound like that.
But he's been drinking that Tom Brady juice because he just don't age.
He also missed like 2 seasons, so it's like 2 seasons of freshness, if that makes sense. Even though one was injury, and one was like the exempt list or something like that.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. He came back the next season, rushed for 2,000 yards. That man different. But do you think he moves the needle for them? Can he hold it down? Can they give him 30 carries? Because my thing is with Derrick Henry,
I don't think it's gonna be 30 carries. It's gonna be like 10 carries. The thing is, they have a lot of good running backs on there. It's just that Derrick Henry is so good. Why do you really need anybody else? I mean, the kid that they had on a practice squad, he's a really good running back too. He's a sneaky bet for hold on, I'll tell you right now. He's a sneaky bet for the fantasy as well.
You talking about
they had McNichols.
He wasn't on the practice squad. He was second string, but he's
he's
a pass catching back.
And another
Darrington Evans is out for the season.
No,
Evans
not him. The other one that they had.
That was only 3 backs.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Nah, they had shit.
And they just picked up Dante Foreman too. Ooh.
Oh, Deontay Foreman?
Yeah, Foreman. That's what I was thinking about.
He's been a bum in the NFL, but he was on Texas. Like he went to Texas to school. Yeah. He is another big, fast back, but he had some nasty injury after the combine, and his career has never took off at all. But that was my guy. I didn't even know
I always liked him. Yeah.
Or they picked him up. I loved him in Texas. But Jeremy McNichols, he was on. I think he got cut by the Bucks. I think the Bucks drafted him. He's just been like a fake journeyman. He get carries now and then, but AP,
he's a pass catching back.
AP can carry the load, but who knows how much his body can hold up. I think he'll get like 15 carries a game.
I said the Titans are a really dumb organization, bro, because for me, I had McNichols on my team, on my fantasy team. I carried him for like 3 weeks straight, like when the season first started, because you got Derrick Henry. That man is touching the ball at least, pause. That man is carrying the football, okay, 35 plus times. That's not sustainable, bro. Every single game. I knew an injury was coming at some point. So if there was like one backup running back I needed to have, it was McNichols. But now it's AP.
Yeah.
But it's just it's dumb for them to give Derrick Henry and run him into the ground like that and not have an insurance policy behind him.
Yeah.
Now, you know
that's because it worked last year. That's what it was. It worked last year.
But,
and he didn't get a lot of touches his first like 3-4 years in the league.
Yeah.
So that's what helped him out a lot.
And when he did, he wasn't effective. Like he really Derrick Henry, when he started running the ball, pause, he was rushing to start his career, he wasn't as effective.
At all, bro. And I wanted us to get him. We were supposed to trade for him. I think they turned it down. Because remember, they was using Deion Lewis or something like that back then. And I think DeMarco Murray was there and all of that. But
he was second string. He wasn't even starting.
Honestly, that whole team is predicated off of Derrick Henry. You have a quarterback who doesn't, who I want to say he's not capable of making the throws necessary, like downfield, but he isn't. That's just he isn't. Like he doesn't. That they establish the run game, then they go to play action, and that's their whole offense. That's the whole offense. They may have maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 design plays where Tannehill is gonna throw the ball, but those be on like slants. They're not on like, all right, we're gonna do a post route, we're gonna do a no, they're on slants and they're on these quick throws where he can make these 1 or 2 reads, and that's it. He's not. That offense is not built for Tannehill to sit in that pocket for 2 or 3 seconds to make those decisions, to go through his progressions and make the downfield throws. It's not. He's not that quarterback either.
Last year.
But he was balling off of the run game, bro. That run game gets established. Once that run game is established, it's over. It's over because
he made a lot of good throws to AJ Brown because AJ Brown ate for a reason too.
Bro, once you establish that run game, you could make all the throws you want to make. That play action, action, they had the best play action percentage completion rate in the league last year.
Sure they did.
All predicated on Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but that offense, you still have to read, throw, velocity.
That offense goes on Derrick Henry. Without Derrick Henry, that offense,
in the last episode,
it's not going to be the same offense. It's not.
So now teams can load the box. Pause.
They don't have to load the box at all. You don't have to load the box. You don't have to load the box. You don't know what you're getting from. You don't know what you're getting from Adrian Peterson.
Exactly.
I don't care what anybody says about
say Tannehill. You can say you can load the box and say Tannehill beat me. That's it. Like
and then you got a Julio. Then you got a Julio who's either injured or disinterested half the time. It's just so your main and then you lose 2 of your other top targets. No, I'm talking about your tight ends. You lose 2 of your top tight ends, and you're like, okay, well, we got other tight ends. We're a tight end factory over here. No, bro. No, once you lost, you should have at the very least, you should have kept Hunter. At the very least, you lose both of your tight ends.
Hunter who?
You talking about
Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Jonnu. You should have kept both of them, but Jonnu was your better bet. And I don't know, bro. At the end of the day, Titans are not going anywhere anymore. Like whatever playoff hopes that they had, and we could make a run, we could do this. No, it's done. It's done. It's over with. Derrick Henry went down. So did y'all playoff hopes. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it. My thoughts and prayers is out to Derrick Henry. I hope you heal up, bro. You know the league is fun watching you run, bro. But Titans is done, bro.
That's a whole fact.
Take a fork in him.
He was on.
And for them to not have an insurance policy,
They don't. At the very least, you could have drafted a good back in like the third round and developed him behind.
You look at all these teams that have a good back behind them, like
especially
the Cowboys, for instance. If Zeke goes down, Tony Pollard could step right in and be running back on.
You know what's crazy? The Titans. The Titans could have had Gainwell. The Titans could have had. Oh my God! The Titans. Third round was a good round for y'all to pick up a back that you could develop, even in the fourth round.
That's where they got Derrick Henry. They got him in like the third round. Second round.
It's a good round for you to get a developmental running back, so that way you have an insurance policy on the fact it's not sustainable. Just like you said, Troy, it's not sustainable. How are you rushing 30 times a game? It's not sustainable. It's not. You need in the league right now. I don't care if it's going to a passing league or not. You still want to run the ball. You still need two good quality backs. You need a back that can move the sticks, and you need a back that could do the same but could also catch at the backfield. And nowadays, you need both of your backs to be able to catch out the backfield. And if one of them can't do that, then guess what? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I hear it sounding like Shannon Sharp to me. I don't know what to tell you.
He said, but guess what? Nah,
he said, because I've been doing this about 45, 55 years. And if you can't catch it out the backfield, man, I don't know what to tell you.
He like, skip. Let me tell you something, skip. I got an restaurant, and the losers eat steak. I tell you what, you like that. I tell you what, put 3 cases of beer on it right now. I think Shannon be having me crying. I think, he changes his tone of voice 5 times. He's like, and I tell you, he's like, that's old goat.
Yo, I swear, he's my long lost uncle. He's all of our uncles. We all have an uncle in our family, just like Shannon Sharp, bro.
And he's a star, bro. You get to see it from Hard Knocks it was like 2001 Hard Knocks with the Ravens. That's probably one of the best Hard Knocks. The Ravens Hard Knocks, I think it was 2000 I think they won a Super Bowl in 2001. I think it was 2002, the year after the Super Bowl. It was Shannon was already a veteran. Ray Lewis, they was just clowns, bro. They was just clowns.
I remember when they imitated him in the
rookie
meeting.
Talent show joint. Yep.
Yeah. That was
this
hilarious.
week they start Hard Knocks during the Colts, season. Yep. The Colts.
You can see that Carson kid. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I like the Dallas one. That was. I don't think
I ever watched a Hard Knocks since like the first season that they came out with that. Yeah,
I haven't watched it since the first season.
Yeah, the Cowboys been on there like 3 times. I think the Cowboys and the Jets have been on there the most. The Cowboys, the one that just passed, was fire. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that surprised that it is dominant because they look like a whole different type of vibe.
Yeah, they look like a whole different team.
Year. I'm not even that mad at the Cow bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dallas Cow bitches, like I hate y'all, but I'm not mad at y'all. Y'all balling, and I want Kellen Moore to probably be our head coach next year. Like I really would want it. It would never happen, but I would.
It's a hot commodity.
The Eagles head coach.
That's a hot commodity.
Kellen Moore went there, offensive coordinator, everything changed.
That's a fact. I'm gonna move on to another team that's balling in the NFC. Like you said, we're gonna keep it there. Mr. I don't know if y'all saw it. You saw the GM for the Rams, Les Snead, the mug that his kids bought him.
Nah.
Said fuck them picks.
That's basically.
After he traded for Von Miller.
Yeah, because them niggas haven't. I don't even know what pick.
They have like 2 draft picks this season. They have two draft picks.
The last few seasons, they barely had anything.
He's fully embraced like just going in all in on the draft and free agency.
That's what I do. That's what I do in Madden.
In Madden, it worked. But Von Miller on his way to the Rams, who are already loaded on defense.
He did.
Already got Stafford balling out. Are they the best team in the NFC? Confirmed.
I said it before.
With Aaron Rodgers out, yes.
I said it before Von Miller was there, bro. That's my Super Bowl pick. Von Miller said, "I went to sleep 3-5, woke up 7-1," or whatever the hell he said. He should sound like that.
Yo, you know what's crazy? What's crazy? Somebody in my fantasy.
Top 10 defensive players.
Somebody in my fantasy team. Somebody in my fantasy league. They dropped the Rams defense when they went into a bye. I picked them up.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Somebody dropped the Patriots defense, and I scooped them up. And the Cowboys defenses, but some defenses you gotta have. The Rams defense now with Von Miller.
Yeah,
that's different.
I got the Saints and Panthers. I'll be rotating them. Panthers I'm holding on to because when Stephon Gilmore get right, and then what's his name? The first round pick. I don't know. I keep J.C. Horn when he come back. We valid like Salah in the playoffs. I'm gonna keep them in my back pocket. But all defenses is getting cooked this year. Honestly, it's like 1 or 2.
I think I got the Panthers too. Yeah, but on Vaughn, that's different. You got Aaron Donald on the line, that opens up, and vice versa.
Bro.
Vaughn can open up for Aaron. Aaron open it up for Vaughn.
It's not even that.
And it's not like their defensive line was a slouch. I mean, you got other players on the defensive line that I mean, not as much as Aaron Donald, but you gotta understand that Aaron Donald hasn't gotten a lot of sacks this year. Why? Because the attention is all on him. So his counterparts have been getting sacks. They have at least I think they have like 11 to 12 sacks over there, and he only has 2. He has 2 sacks this season.
Bro, do you know how many 1-on-1 Von Miller is going to get?
Yeah,
because they're not giving Aaron Donald 1-on-1. You're not
getting
someone like Aaron
Leonard
Donald.
Floyd and
bro. Aaron Donald. I watch Aaron Donald and I say that is the best. That's probably the best football player I've ever seen in my life. What he does is probably I really want to watch. I wish I was old enough to watch
Lawrence Taylor.
There
you go.
They say he's like double
Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick said that, and Bill coached Lawrence Taylor. So he said that about Aaron Donald. He said that's the best defensive player I've seen since Lawrence Taylor.
I gotta watch games because Aaron Donald, what he be doing, how he be toasting these grown ass, big ass linemen, it's crazy. Even when he doesn't get the sacks and the sexy stats doesn't show, he's just different. He's different as a damn defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
And then you'd add Von Miller's gonna get straight 1-on-1s. Then you can get the ball off fast if you want, but you gotta deal with Jalen Ramsey back. Like, come on, bro, that's cheating. Like, that's cheating.
I think the Rams was our pick, all of our picks before the season.
He said Packers.
I had the Packers.
You still like the Packers?
The Von Miller trade changed everything for me.
So even without Von, it was still the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 2 things changed for me. The Von Miller trade and Aaron Rodgers. Because right now they have the number 1 seed. If the season ends today, they have the number 1 seed. But the thing is, the season's not going to end today. And with Aaron out this Sunday and possibly even next Sunday, you're possibly going to lose 2 of these games. And
7-3.
You're going to lose ground on LA. LA is just going to keep melding. Then you got Von Miller there. That defense it was already scary with just AD and Ramsey. Now it's even scary. Like it's.
But they would play
number
1 seed or not. They would play the Rams regardless eventually.
Yeah, but I still like the chances that Aaron. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers. I love Stafford. But it's Aaron Rodgers. That's bad.
Aaron Rodgers fire, but his weapons, you have Devontae Adams, who Jalen Ramsey be on.
You know what's crazy? I really thought that OBJ would have got. You have not even just OBJ, Brandon Cooks. You have a whole bunch of receivers out there that was possibly on a bubble or whatever, and the Packers still didn't.
That's what I said.
The trigger.
That's exactly.
And it's crazy. And Brandon Cooks wants out of Houston so bad. Like, and he's still a good receiver. He's still a really young. Good receiver.
He's 27.
He wasn't going anywhere.
26, 27, something like that.
The Texans already said they wasn't trading Cooks. They restructured his contract.
No, but the thing is, he don't want to be there. He not want to be there.
He never said it. He never really said it. He got upset when they traded Ingram, but he never said, "I want to be traded." Like, he never said that.
Bro, niggas don't understand. He is so productive because he came in the same year as Odell. He's only like 60 yards under Odell, son. He has 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards every
season.
Well, I mean, but then again, he had Drew Brees.
I love them in New England. He just get alligator arms. He don't want to take a hit.
He had Tom Brady.
He don't want to take a hit. He had Jared Goff, and now he has Tyrod Taylor, Deshaun Watson, whoever the hell is over there.
And he's still on pace for 1,000 yards. He's still going to get his dollars.
Tyrod Taylor's on the IR. They got the other kid.
He's starting on Sunday.
Okay.
David Bills. He has whoever is my point. Whoever he just productive. Whoever's throwing him.
Yeah, he's a very. But I always like Brandon Cook. I liked him when he got drafted by the Saints. I loved him on the Saints. But I mean, I'm not mad at him for trying to go get his money. But then again, the Saints and the Steelers are probably one of the 2 best teams when it comes to drafting wide receivers. So
that's a fact.
I'm not mad. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at him, trying to maximize his talent and go get that bag. So, but I mean, that's the only reason why he went to Houston. He want to get that bag. What he thought that Watson was going to be throwing to him.
He got traded there. He got traded.
He did.
He got traded.
Okay, well, then sucks for you. Like,
speaking of trades, we're gonna keep it on the trade block. The only really two big trades that moved the needle during the trade deadline was Von Miller and, if you want to say move the needle, Melvin Ingram. Went to the Chiefs. The Chiefs defense is garbage.
I mean, it does move the needle. They needed him. That was a position of need. They needed him.
It was.
They moved the needle.
We could get into the Chiefs.
That's a position of need. And the thing is, he's not even gonna play the linebacker position. They're gonna move him inside where he's gonna thrive. They're gonna move him to edge, and he's gonna thrive.
Yeah, but he's not the same player he was on the Chargers. That's why the Chargers let him go. That's why the Steelers.
He's not.
That's why the Steelers don't do anything with him.
They need him. They need him over there. You got Taco. Taco hasn't produced. Chris Jones? They haven't produced. Chris Jones
been doing, but he's just him.
They wanted the Chiefs wanted him.
You get Ingram there. Yo, bro, it's gonna be better for him. It's a better situation because at the end of the day, it's a better situation for him in Kansas City. When you look at what,
it's definitely a better situation.
Yeah, it's a better situation for him. He's gonna get more playing time because once whatchamacallit came back off of not IR, but he came back from the injury or whatever. Melvin Ingram wasn't getting any burn like that. And on top of that, they moved him to outside linebacker.
I mean, that's where he started.
Yeah,
right. But he thrived as an edge though. So now going to the Chiefs,
everywhere.
It's like TJ Watt is a linebacker. But
he thrives everywhere.
Like edge.
And if you can't, my thing is, if you can't produce on a defense like Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh got a defense, bro. So if you can't thrive in Pitt, I don't think you're gonna thrive in
City. And bro, mind you, it's not just like the game he's trash. They watching him in practice every day be mid. That's why he's not part. They watch him every day in practice, probably be more than the games evaluation, like why. Like they watch him every day in practice be mid as hell. That's why the Chargers let him go. He's mid now. He needs to.
But when you look at it, that's the thing. When you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, it's a better situation for him. One, it's an upgrade. Two, for the Chiefs, a slight upgrade. And three, it was a good thing for the Steelers because they got something out of it, and it's not like they're losing anything.
It tells you something because the Chiefs wanted him. The Chiefs really wanted him in the offseason.
And
he turned them down. It literally was between the Steelers and the Chiefs. He turned the Chiefs down for the Steelers to get more money, obviously. And they signed him late in the offseason. It's not like they signed him at the beginning of the free agency. So when a team signs you late and then they still trade you before the trade deadline, that tells you something right there. Feel me? Like mid, exactly. So I mean, I've always liked Melvin Ingram. I'm hoping that he succeeds in Kansas City. Like I said, I think I told y'all before on behind the scenes that he could be possibly a guest on the show in the future, in the near future. Hopefully we can still make that happen. But like I said, Melvin, I've always been a fan. I've always liked him, especially when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah, I like them in the beginning stages. Melvin, you mid.
He's still mid.
I like you. You've been doing your thing, but you definitely been declining. You know what I'm saying? It's constructive criticism. I'm just a supporter watching. I don't hate you or nothing. But whether you come on the show or not, I'm going to tell you mid, bro. I'm just telling you exactly what I see. You mid. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the DJ. Where you at?
You mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That was like 15, 20 years ago. Like, I don't change, baby. I just tell you what I see. I'm sorry. What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
But let's flip over to the other side of the football because the Chiefs have been struggling all around, not just on the defensive side. That offense, Pat Mahomes, he got the bag. He got a little 10-year contract. He want to run around with the football. Left to right, right to left, fling it, flick of the wrist. You know what I'm saying? He's letting it get to his head, and it's definitely got to his head. You feel me? But now he leads the league in interceptions. Everyone's coming down on him. It looks like he can't take the pressure. It looks like he can't take.
Like I said, it's like the third time I'm saying this. Watch the previous episode, y'all. And I said a lot of this. I done told y'all about the Rams. I done said a lot of this. Pat Mahomes is so cocky, bro. He's so it's not even him because it's Andy Reid and them too. Because they do a lot of extra ass plays. He's cocky and he has a green light. Andy Reid is not on his ass. He is regressing. He's not getting better. He's so cocky. You would think he won the Super Bowl last year too. You wouldn't even think they got spanked. You would think they won the Super. He's cocky as hell. He's regressing. He's playing just like Jameis Winston. But because he's Pat Mahomes, the golden child, nobody is really. Now they're starting to, because now it's getting out of hand. We in like week 8, week 9, and he's still wilding. He is Jameis. He is Winston it up right now. He is throwing the most craziest, stupid ass interceptions, and his defense is beyond garbage, so they can't save him. And he's another reason his defense is beyond garbage, because they keep putting them on the field with these turnovers. Pat Mahomes, you need to get right, bro. You need to get right. You trash right now.
I'm not putting this just on Pat. A lot of this is on Pat, but I'm not. I say 75% is on Pat. The other 25%, put it on the coaching staff. I'm putting it on Andy Reid. I'm putting on Eric okay. I'm putting it on whoever their quarterback coach is as well. I'm putting it on them as well. 25% of the blame goes to them. One, because the play calling, the play calling could be a lot better, and Andy Reid is better than that. 2, well, who's holding Pat accountable for his interceptions?
I agree with that.
Well, how many interceptions he has this year so far? He's at like 10 or 11.
11.
I think he's at 10. I think he's at 10 right now. I would say 9 of those interceptions are him. I want to say 1. No, I can't even say 9 of them. I can say 8 of them. I can say 8 of them because 2 of the interceptions went off of Tyreek Hill's hands. No,
but I mean that's a lot of quarterbacks. Yeah, so you say it like that.
But at the end of the day, you have to hold him accountable. Nobody's holding him accountable because majority of the interceptions are dumb throws.
That's why
I'm about to get sacked. I'm gonna throw with my left hand. Oh no! I threw it to a bro. Throw it away. Throw it away. You're 4 years invested into the league already. Throw it away. Like this is something. It's not rocket science. This is not. You're not in your rookie season where you're trying to learn. No, bro. At the end of the day, if nobody is gonna hold him accountable to his own mistakes and his own blunders, then who is? Then he's gonna keep making these same dumbass mistakes. He's gonna keep thinking that everything is cool. No, it's not cool. It's not right. The coaching staff has to take, if not half, at least 25% of this blame, because nobody is holding him accountable. Not the head coach, not the offensive coordinator, not the quarterback coach, and damn sure not the fucking GM who just paid him. Hold him accountable.
He regressed into college. This is what Pat Mahomes looked like in Texas Tech. Hike, drop back, roll out, throw the ball up to whatever or whoever, and this shit he's actually annoying to watch, bro. It annoys me.
Yo, like you can't rely on your arm strength to bail you out every single time. You can't.
He has. That's what the NFL has gassed him thinking he could. And his throws is gas because Matt Stafford make the same type of throws. Josh Allen make a lot of pretty ass throws. He's so overhyped and he's getting worse.
I don't think he's overhyped. I just think that when you, it's kind of like when people know that you're nice, but they don't want to correct you on your faults. That's where it becomes an issue. Like you could be really nice, like dope. I get it. You're nice, but if I'm not gonna correct you on the things that you're not doing that's nice, then all you're seeing is the praise. You're not seeing what's beyond behind the praise.
His team around him is fire. You put him on any other team, he's not putting up the
same numbers. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
He has the fastest player in the league. He has the most athletic,
arguably
I guess. But
I could agree with
that.
Tight end. You put him on any other team, he's Zach Wilson. You put him on any other team, he's Jordan Love. I feel like
I wouldn't say that. He'll produce. So. He would definitely produce. You just them two bums. He would definitely produce. But like I said, you put Russell Wilson on that team, Russell's putting up the same numbers, if not better. You put Deshaun Watson on that team, Deshaun Watson put up the same numbers, if not better. You put who else? You put
it goes beyond. And I say that
so many different people. But
that's a fact. I'm only saying that because it goes beyond talent. I'm saying that because it only goes beyond talent. Pat is obviously one of the most, if not the most talented quarterback in the league, next to Aaron Rodgers. You feel me? He's talented, he's athletically gifted. He's gifted. Those quarterbacks you just named, they have the mental. I feel like Pat doesn't have that same football mental. He has talent around him that makes it seem that way. Exactly. Put Russ understands football. You feel me? Deshaun even understands football. Pat doesn't understand that yet. Andy Reid is teaching him. Andy Reid is trying to put him in that position, and he just has superior talent at each position on the field to cover it up. You feel me?
And you remember the playoff game when they played the Texans and it was a beyond shootout? The Texans was faking them and they came back and won.
Yeah, 21-0, and then they came back.
You see what Deshaun Watson was doing to that team, bro, with way less weapons than Pat Mahomes.
Exactly.
Man, switch them up. Pat Mahomes is overrated, bro. He is overrated.
That's a fact.
It's hell.
I just want to say it, like you said, we 8 games into the season. They got to change it around because that contract he signed, that limits their window. So if this season is a wash, at some point they got to figure out how they're going to pay Tyreek Hill now. They're going to have to figure out how they got to pay Kelsey and keep him. They can't keep that same team around for that much longer.
The contract, because the contract is 10 years. So they pushed it down the hall. And it's going to be, the more years that go past, the more of a discount it's going to be. Because it was like, I think it was 10 years for 200 or something like that? Or it was something like that, but it was like 40 million or something, which is in like 3 years, that's gonna be a super discount. He's probably gonna want more money depending on how you do. So it pushes money down the hole. Like Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, like Kelsey is a little bit on the older side, he's getting up there. So maybe he'll take a little less money, but somebody will have to take a hometown discount. Like Tyreek Hill probably like 26. So I can see him really getting, I feel like they'll give him a long-term I don't know. He'll probably get a long-term
somebody gonna throw the bag at Tyreek. Somebody's gonna throw the bag
with mad conditions though, because he's a little Ed off the field, so he'll have mad conditions in his contract. But he'll get another long-term. Kelsey probably get like another 4 year when this is up, and then they're gonna have to work their way around it. Defense never gonna get better.
Like that's what I'm saying. You get those, you get that 3, that core, but then you gotta figure out how to plug holes, and that's why they look the way they look now. You feel me?
Right. That's why they're the only thing that changed in my Super Bowl prediction. The Bills, but that was before the Bills beat them. It's just the Bills look more complete, and Pat Mahomes, I seen that after like
Bills
3 games that he was
scary at times, bro. I mean, the defense is coming together. The offense is just gelling. I mean, I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC.
Me too. I think the Bills are regressing, honestly.
You think the Bills are regressing?
They're starting to cool off a little bit.
Nah, bro.
I feel like the thing is, I'm still not sold on Josh Allen, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They started off really hot. They started off, you would have thought they were Super Bowl contenders. They still are, but it's starting to cool off a little bit.
Let the Ravens get healthy. It's clip. Let the Ravens get healthy. Let the DBs get healthy. Even though I think Marcus Peters is out for the season.
Marcus Peters is done for the season.
Yeah,
he is. But the Ravens, they just have John Harbaugh teams fight, bro. That's one thing about his teams.
I like the Ravens too. I like the Ravens. I think they're the second best team in the AFC right now. But I mean, the thing that they need to get healthiest was their running back room, and honestly, it's not getting healthier. It's not. These kids is not coming back anytime soon. And then you're continuously getting more injured. I think that Le'Veon Bell wasn't really a good pickup. I know Troy liked the pickup. I didn't think it was a good pickup. I think Le'Veon Bell at this stage in the game, he's lost a lot of explosiveness. He's not as elusive. He is a goal line back at this time. He can still pound between the numbers, but at the end of the day, he's not the same player, bro.
He don't get the opportunities, and I don't know why he don't get the opportunity.
I'm not quick to cut his cord like that. I think that's the thing here. But like I said, it could be something in practice that they're seeing. That's where a lot of evaluation come from, is practice. And I do not believe the Ravens is a second best team, because I wouldn't even put them in front of the Chiefs.
My thing is right now
at this point, there's like 4 or 5 teams in front of the Chiefs. I'm not putting the Chiefs anywhere. You can't. No, the Ravens beat the Chiefs.
Oh no, you're right. The Ravens did beat the Chiefs. I forgot.
The Ravens beat the Chiefs.
But I wouldn't.
Unless Pat starts being held accountable, unless he stops making these dumb plays, I can't put the Chiefs in the top 3 right now. I can't.
At this point,
they're not playing good. They're not. They should have blew out the Giants. Blew them out.
Nah,
they don't have a defense. They don't have the defense, and I knew that was.
Oh, bro. They have the offense. They have the offense.
They don't have the defense.
And
the Giants are a team.
Defense, bro.
The Giants are a team. Hold on.
They've never had an elite defense.
I feel you. But the Giants are a team. No matter how bad they are, and you think they're supposed to get run over in games like that, I noticed that's when teams play their best. And a team like the Giants, that's when they wake up. Even if they don't win, they don't get blown out. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew they weren't going to get blown out.
It should have got blown out.
I knew they weren't going to get blown out. But what I'm going to say is, in the AFC,
oh my God,
the AFC is wide open. The AFC is wide open. It's not like the NFC where there's like 2-3 favorites. The AFC is wide open. Besides the Bills, who are intact and healthy right now, everybody else is going through some shit on either side of the ball, whether it's offensive, defense. No one really has their star players. No one's really. And that's why I'm saying, like, we forgot about the Chargers. The Chargers are still in it. The Chargers, the Ravens, the Chiefs. And you could throw the Patriots in there, bro. You could throw my Pats in there.
Nah, I throw the Raiders in there.
You throw my Pats in there. Mac is starting to light it up.
I throw the Raiders
defense is lit.
The Bengals. I throw the
Raiders.
The Bengals. Yeah. Who else is in the AFC?
Browns. The Browns is
Browns.
Yeah, if they heal up, they got to get healthy.
They holding a spot right now, but it's wide open. It's wide open, bro.
Yeah, the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's wide open, bro. So it's wide open.
Colts is up 28-10 halftime, and that concludes our show.
Glad I dropped that ticket.
Joel Embiid, 19-9. I just lost again because no double again.
Damn.
It's the third day in a row. This is
it's all right. My hockey game went over, so and my college games. Yeah, my ticket is blown.
That concludes our show. Thank everybody for coming out tonight.
Sir.
And, well, not tonight. Whenever you guys get to watch this episode, but this is episode Diez CS, episode 16. One for the books. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with the with the young lady that tragically lost her life yesterday.
And her dog.
And her dog and her family. Henry Ruggs, Henry Ruggs, right? Henry Ruggs, our thoughts and prayers are with you as well. You and your girlfriend and your family. Free OBJ.
Free OBJ out the Free Deshaun out the
Like, subscribe, follow, share. Thank you guys for coming. 3 AmiBros, we out. Sure, you want to end?